Good evening, everyone. How are y'all doing this evening? Excuse me. Afroman with the first, Kid with the second. And you are not a failure. Don't you ever let yourself, or don't ever uh, let anyone tell you otherwise. Um, yeah, y'all know who it is and what's going on tonight is yet another another stream of American Truck Simulator while learning Russian. Just like this morning. And yeah, basically, American Truck Sim and Half-Life. Well, I guess I said this well, Kit would have been there. Afro Man was not, but I probably said this earlier, but in the voice chat, but um, American Truck Simulator and Half-Life are the only games really that I play that I have the sound turned down low so that I can focus on Pimsleur. Anyway, let me get this set up and going.
This is Unit 19 of Pimsleur's Russian 1.
Слушайте этот разговор.
An American woman is with her husband Dan in a St. Petersburg restaurant.
Она говорит с официантом.
She is speaking with the waiter.
С официантом.
With the waiter.
Она говорит с официантом. Слушайте этот разговор.
Извините.
Да, что бы вы хотели? Не хотели бы вы что-нибудь поесть?
Нет, спасибо, не сейчас.
Может быть, что-нибудь выпить?
Да, пожалуйста. Что у вас есть?
Вино и пиво и водка.
Дэн, вы хотите вина?
Нет, спасибо. Я хочу молока.
Мой муж хотел бы молока.
Хорошо, молока для джентльмена. А для вас?
Для меня водки, пожалуйста.
Вы хотите молока и водки?
Да, и немного воды, пожалуйста.
You just heard the waiter say,
Молока для джентльмена.
some milk for the gentleman. Listen again.
Слушайте еще раз.
Извините.
Да, что бы вы хотели? Не хотели бы вы что-нибудь поесть?
Нет, спасибо, не сейчас.
Может быть, что-нибудь выпить?
Да, пожалуйста. Что у вас есть?
Вино и пиво и водка.
Дэн, вы хотите вина?
Нет, спасибо. Я хочу молока.
Мой муж хотел бы молока.
Хорошо, молока для джентльмена. А для вас?
Для меня водки, пожалуйста.
Вы хотите молока и водки?
Да, и немного воды, пожалуйста.
Do you remember how to say quickly in Russian?
Быстро,
Быстро.
быстро.
Tell me I speak too quickly.
Вы говорите быстро.
Вы говорите слишком быстро.
Вы говорите слишком быстро. Okay, I was parking under the wrong
Вы
trailer.
говорите слишком быстро.
Вы говорите слишком быстро.
How would I say, you speak more quickly?
Вы говорите быстрее.
Вы говорите быстрее.
Вы говорите быстрее.
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 Вы говорите быстрее.
Вы говорите быстрее.
Now say, it's more expensive.
Это...
Это дороже.
Дороже. Это дороже. Это дороже.
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 How would you ask him if he has enough money?
У вас
У вас достаточно денег?
денег? У вас достаточно денег?
Денег.
Денег?
Now ask him if he has any money.
У вас денег? У вас есть денег?
У вас есть деньги?
У вас есть деньги? У вас есть деньги?
Деньги.
Деньги?
Say 50 rubles.
50 рублей.
50 рублей.
50 рублей.
50.
50.
Do you remember how to say 41 rubles?
41 рубль.
41 рубль.
41 рубль.
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 41.
41.
And how would you say 62 rubles?
62
62 рубля.
рубля. 62 рубля.
62.
62.
62 рубля.
62 рубля.
Say 56 rubles.
56 рубля.
56 рублей.
56 рублей. 56 рублей.
Say the number 77.
77.
77.
77.
77.
77.
Say 68? That's too expensive.
68. Это слишком дорого.
68 – это слишком дорого.
68. Это слишком дорого.
68 – это слишком дорого.
68. Это слишком дорого.
Say, here it's more expensive.
Здесь это
Здесь
Дороже,
это
да.
дороже.
дороже. Здесь это дороже.
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 And how would you say more quickly?
Быстрее.
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 Do you remember how to say, give me please?
Дайте, пожалуйста.
Дайте, пожалуйста.
Дайте, пожалуйста.
Дайте, пожалуйста.
Дайте, пожалуйста.
Now say, I can give you, or I am able to give to you.
Я могу дать вам.
Я могу дать вам?
Я могу дать вам.
Дать.
Дать.
I can give you 53 rubles.
Я могу дать вам 53 рубля.
Я могу дать вам 53 рубля.
Я могу дать вам 53 рубля.
53 рубля.
53 рубля.
Do you remember how to say, my husband would like?
Мой муж хотел бы.
Мой муж хотел бы.
Мой муж хотел бы.
Now say, my husband would like something to eat.
Мой муж хотел бы что-нибудь поесть.
Мой муж хотел бы что-нибудь поесть.
Мой муж хотел бы что-нибудь поесть.
Say, but I don't have any money.
Но у меня нет денег.
Но у меня нет денег.
Но у меня нет денег. Денег.
Нет денег.
Нет денег.
У меня нет денег.
У меня нет денег. Денег.
Tell her, I have money.
У меня есть денег.
У меня есть деньги.
У меня есть деньги. У меня есть деньги.
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 How does she ask where your wife is?
Где ваша жена?
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 Answer, my wife? I don't know.
Моя жена? Не знаю.
Моя жена? Не знаю.
Моя жена? Не знаю.
Не знаю.
Не знаю.
Ask the woman where her husband is.
Где ваш муж?
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 And now ask, who is that?
Кто это?
Кто это?
Кто это?
Кто это?
Кто это?
Who is over there?
Кто там?
Кто там?
Кто там?
She says, my husband is over there.
Мой муж там.
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 he's over there.
Слушайте и повторяйте.
Он там.
Он там.
Он.
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 Он там.
Он там.
Did you hear the Russian O in that?
Он.
Say, he's over there.
Он там.
Он там.
Он там.
Он.
Он.
My husband? He's over there.
Мой муж, он там.
Мой муж, он там.
Мой муж, он там.
Now she asks you where your wife is.
Где ваша жена?
Где ваша жена?
Где ваша жена?
Ваша.
Ваша.
Here's how to say, she's over there.
Слушайте и повторяйте. Она там.
Она там.
Она.
Она.
Она там.
Она там.
Notice how that was stressed.
Она.
Say again, she.
Она.
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 My wife? She's over there.
Моя жена, она там.
Моя жена? Она там.
Моя жена, она там.
Ask me if she's over there.
Она там.
Она там.
Она там.
Она там.
Она там.
Now try to say, I don't know where she is.
Не знаю, где она.
Я не знаю, где она.
Я не знаю, где она.
In Russian, the words he and she are used only to refer to someone who's not nearby. If the person is near, it's considered more polite to identify him or her by name or title. For example, your husband or Mr. Pronin. Ask the woman, does your husband want something to drink?
Ваш муж хочет что-нибудь выпить?
Ваш муж хочет что-нибудь выпить?
Ваш муж...
Ваш муж.
Ваш муж хочет что-нибудь выпить?
Ваш муж хочет что-нибудь выпить?
Ваш муж хочет что-нибудь выпить?
Now try to ask, what would he like?
Что он
Что бы он хотел?
Что бы он хотел?
Что бы он хотел?
Что бы он хотел?
Say, he'd like some milk.
Он любит...
Он хотел бы молока.
Он хотел бы молока. Он хотел бы молока.
Он хотел бы молока.
Он хотел бы молока.
Say, or some water.
Или воды.
Или воды.
Или воды.
Или воды.
Или воды.
Now imagine that you're in your hotel room and someone knocks at the door. Here's how to say, come in.
Слушайте и повторяйте.
Войдите.
Войдите.
Дите.
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 Войдите.
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 Invite the person knocking to come in.
Войдите.
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 Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Now suppose the person introduces himself. You want to say, pleased to meet you.
Слушайте и повторяйте.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
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 Ятно.
Ятно.
Приятно.
Приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Literally, you say, very pleasant. Say, pleased to meet you.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Say again, come in, please.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста. Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите.
Войдите.
Pleased to meet you.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Now ask the man what he would like.
Что вы хотели бы?
Что бы вы хотели?
Что вы хотели? Что вы хотели?
Что бы вы хотели?
Что вы хотели?
How does he say, "Some milk, please"?
Молоко, пожалуйста.
Молока, пожалуйста.
Молока, пожалуйста.
Молока.
Ask,
Молока,
"And your
пожалуйста.
wife?"
А ваша жена?
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 Try to ask, "What would she like?"
Что она хотела бы? Хотела.
Что бы она хотела?
Что бы она хотела?
Что бы она хотела?
Что бы она хотела?
How does he answer, "Some water"?
Воды.
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 Воды, пожалуйста.
Воды, пожалуйста.
Here's how to ask, "Where do you live?"
Слушайте и повторяйте. Где вы живете?
Где вы живете?
Живете.
Живете.
Вете.
Живете.
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 Вы живете.
Вы живете. Живете.
Say, "You live."
Живете. Вы живете.
Вы живете.
Вы живете.
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 Where do you live?
Где вы живете?
Где вы живете?
Где вы живете?
Где?
Где?
Now listen and repeat. I live.
Я живу.
Я живу.
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 Я живу.
Я живу.
Say, "I live."
Я живу.
Я живу.
Я живу.
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 And now ask, "Who is that?"
Кто это?
Кто это?
Кто?
Кто?
Кто это?
Кто это?
Say, "Pleased to meet you."
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
How would you tell a visitor, "Come in, please"?
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите.
Войдите.
Ask again, "Where do you live?"
Где вы живете?
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 How might she answer, "I live on Tverskaya Street"?
Я живу на Тверской улице.
Я живу на Тверской улице.
Я живу на Тверской улице.
На Тверской улице.
На Тверской улице.
Try to ask the man if he lives here.
Вы живете...
Вы живете здесь?
Вы живете здесь?
Вы живете здесь?
Вы живете здесь?
He answers, "Yes, we live here. Just listen."
Да, мы живем здесь. Да, мы живем здесь.
First the word "we." Listen and repeat.
Мы.
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 This is very similar to the word for you,
Вы.
but this word begins with an M sound. Say again, "we."
Мы.
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 Listen and repeat. We live.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
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 Вем. Живем. Мы.
Живем. Мы.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Say, "We live."
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Мы живем.
Say, "You would like."
Вы хотели бы.
Вы хотели бы...
Вы хотели бы. Вы хотели бы.
Now, in the same way, say, we would like.
Мы хотели бы.
Мы хотели бы.
Мы хотели бы.
Хотели бы.
Хотели бы. Хотели бы.
Мы хотели бы.
Мы хотели бы.
Say, we live here.
Мы живем здесь.
Мы живем здесь.
Мы живем здесь.
Now say, we'd like something to drink.
Мы хотели бы что-нибудь выпить.
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 Ask her what she would like.
Что ты хотела бы?
Что бы вы хотели?
Что бы вы хотели? Что бы вы хотели?
Что бы вы хотели?
Что бы вы хотели?
She says, my husband and I.
Слушайте и повторяйте.
Мы с мужем.
Мой с мужем.
С мужем.
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 Муж.
Муж.
Мужем.
Мужем.
С мужем.
С мужем.
Мы с мужем.
Мы с мужем.
Literally, you're saying, we with husband. Say again, my husband and I.
Мы с мужем.
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 We don't live here.
Мы не живем.
Мы не живем здесь.
Мы не живем здесь.
Мы не живем здесь.
Мы не живем здесь.
Say, we would like.
Мы хотели бы.
Мы хотели бы.
Мы хотели бы.
Try to say, my husband and I would like some milk.
Мы с мужем хотели бы молоко.
Мы с мужем хотели бы молока.
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 And now say, we'd like some water.
Мы хотели бы воды.
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 Her husband disagrees. Say, she wants some water.
Она хотела бы... Она хочет
Она
воды.
хочет воды,
Она хочет воды.
она хочет воды, а я хотел бы водки.
Она хочет воды, и я хочу...
As a
Хотел бы
man,
воды.
say, I'd like some
Водка.
vodka.
Водки.
Я хочу водки. Я хотел бы водки.
Я хотел бы водки.
Я хотел бы водки.
Я хотел бы водки.
Я хотел бы водки.
Imagine now that you are an American woman named Janice Dart. You're in your room in Moscow's Hotel in Tourist, expecting to meet with Mr. Pronin, the Russian representative of a company you're doing business with. You hear a knock on the door. Invite your guest to please come in.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
Войдите, пожалуйста.
He enters the room. Respond to what he says next.
Здравствуйте, миссис Дарт.
Здравствуйте.
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 When speaking to Americans, Russians will sometimes address them with the titles Mr. and Mrs.
Мистер, миссис.
How does the man say, hello, Mrs. Dart?
Здравствуйте, миссис Дарт.
Здравствуйте, миссис Дарт.
Здравствуйте, миссис Дарт.
Миссис.
How would a Russian say, hello, Mr. Carter?
Здравствуйте, мистер Картер.
Здравствуйте, мистер Картер.
Здравствуйте, мистер Картер. Картер.
Мистер.
Мистер.
However, these forms are only used by Russians when addressing speakers of English. Here's how to address a Russian. Hello, Mr. Pronin.
Слушайте и повторяйте.
Здравствуйте, господин Пронин.
Здравствуйте, господин Пронин.
Господин.
Господин.
Дин.
Дин.
Падин.
Падин.
Господин.
Господин.
Господин Пронин.
Господин Пронин.
Здравствуйте, господин Пронин.
Здравствуйте, господин Пронин.
What's the Russian word for Mr.?
Господин.
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 Try to say, pleased to meet you, Mr. Pronin.
Очень приятно, господин Пронин.
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 Скажите, пожалуйста, ваш муж здесь? Ваш муж здесь?
Tell him, no, not here, meaning he's not here.
Нет, не здесь.
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 Где он? Где он?
Tell him, he's on Pushkin Street.
Он на Пушкинской улице.
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 He asks when your husband will return. Tell him at 7 o'clock.
На 7
В 7 часов.
7 часов. 7 часов.
В 7 часов.
7 часов.
What time is it?
Который сейчас
Который
час?
сейчас час?
Который сейчас час?
Который сейчас час?
Который сейчас час?
Answer, I don't know.
Не знаю.
Не знаю.
Не знаю.
Не знаю.
Не знаю.
Suppose your home in America
В Америке.
is in Washington.
В Вашингтоне.
Use this information to answer his next question.
Где вы живете в Америке? Где вы живете в Америке?
Я живу
Я живу в Вашингтоне.
в Вашингтоне. Я живу в Вашингтоне.
В Вашингтоне.
В Вашингтоне.
Мы живем в Вашингтоне.
Мы живем в Вашингтоне.
My husband and I
Мы
с мужем.
Мы с мужем. Мы с мужем.
Мы с мужем.
Мы с мужем.
say, my husband and I live in Washington.
Мы с мужем живем в Вашингтоне.
Мы с мужем живем в Вашингтоне.
Мы с мужем живем в
Ask him where he
Вашингтоне.
lives.
Где он живет?
Где вы живете?
Где
Скажите,
живет?
пожалуйста, где вы живете?
Скажите, пожалуйста, где он живет?
Я живу в Москве.
At that moment, there's another knock on the door. Say, that's my husband.
Это
мой муж.
Это мой муж. Это мой муж.
Это мой муж, он здесь.
Это мой муж, он здесь.
You open the door and he comes in. Tell him, Joe, this is Mr. Pronin.
Джо, это
Джо, это господин Пронин.
господин Пронин. Джо, это господин Пронин.
Это господин Пронин.
Это господин Пронин.
Now say, Mr. Pronin, this is my husband, Joseph Dart.
Господин Пронин, это мой муж Джо Дарт.
Господин Пронин, это мой муж, Джозеф Дарт.
Джозеф Дарт. Господин Пронин, это мой муж Джозеф
They shake hands.
Дарт.
What do they say to each other?
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно, мистер Дарт.
Очень приятно, мистер Дарт.
Очень приятно, господин Пронин.
Очень приятно, господин Пронин.
Ask them whether they wouldn't like to drink something.
Вы не хотели бы что-нибудь выпить?
Не хотели бы вы 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 что-нибудь выпить?
Да, с удовольствием. Пиво, пожалуйста.
Suppose you didn't hear. Ask, what would you like?
Что бы вы хотели?
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 After checking with Mr. Pronin, your husband says, give me, please, 2 beers.
Дайте, пожалуйста, 2 пива.
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 Say, okay, but I want some wine.
Хорошо, но я хочу пива. Вина.
Хорошо, но я хочу вина.
Хорошо, но я хочу вина.
This is the end of Unit 19.
Alright. So I got that done for this stream. Alright. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not even holding the right trigger. I almost missed it. But yeah, about that last thing you put there, Afro Man, it's not that the game itself is loud, it's that certain games are like when I don't adjust their volume, they're too loud um for me to be able to hear, much less much less focus on Pimsleur to study my Russian while playing. Well, any language that I learn on there, really, it's just that it's just that the focus on my focus right now is Russian. Man, I'm going to get there with um 6 hours and 20 minutes, like over 6 hours left to spare, under 6.5 hours left to spare. I'm only like 3 minutes away from the place, and I still have 6 hours 28 minutes to get there. I tend to do that a lot, though. Okay. Yeah, there's something I've been wanting to find out, and that is, like, I want to find out whether or not American Truck Sim has actually made A 3D model version of like this is a 3D model version of Dallas, for example. A 3D model version of Junction City, which is a state line city between Arkansas and Louisiana. Or a state line town, at least. Sorry for not talking that much. It's just that I don't really have much to talk about when there's no chatting going on. Oh, I can speed up now. I ran a sign over. Whoopsies. I didn't want to slow down, but I kind of knew that I was going to have to at some point. Sorry about that. Yeah, I still haven't made over to see whether or not there is, or whether or not they've made a model city for Junction City. Yo, truck and train. Lurks appreciated. You know, it's one of those games that I can play, that I can focus on it while also studying Russian, which I did for the first half hour after actually starting. Yeah, I already did 2 jobs on here, and now I'm just doing free roam to see if they have Junction City on here. Like, see, right now I'm going through Magnolia, which is not a city listed on the map. This is in Arkansas, by the way. It's my home state. But the nearest that they have on here is El Dorado. And see, this is an area I'm familiar with because I am from South Arkansas. But yeah, now I'm checking to see if they have Junction City, which is a state line city between Arkansas and Louisiana. Yeah, it is. And it's fun to see how accurate they made this. And what made it even more shocking to me is that the developers of this game, like the development company of this game, is based in the Czech Republic. Like, they really put in the effort to make things as accurate as possible while also taking stuff out. Oh, one of the guys is Canadian? Oh, I didn't know that. I just looked into the company. If he's still there, he shows up on YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that there is a DLC coming out at some point, which I have on my wish list. That's British Columbia. I wonder if they're going to expand to all of Canada at some point, or if that's just going to be put there so that you could just drive straight to Alaska, because I know that that's also a planned DLC. Uh, okay. Sorry, I've been going on and off the shoulder there because I was paying attention to my speed to make sure I get my cruise set. Yeah, I mean, the DLC is already on my wish list, even though it's not out yet. I don't think they've announced the release date yet, though, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it's available to wish list, and I have every DLC on American Truck Sim wish listed, and I also have a good few. Well, not a good few, but a few um things. Uh, yeah. I have yet to buy, or I have yet to, wow, what am I doing? I have a few DLCs on Euro Truck Sim 2 on my wish list as well. Mainly the ones that include Russia, as well as the things connecting uh, Poland and connecting what I already have, which is Germany, Poland, um, all the way over to France and then the UK, connecting all of that with Russia as well. I know one of them is Beyond the Baltic Sea, and then another one is Heart of Russia. Heart of Russia is an upcoming one, like a lot of these on the American Truck Sim is. All right, I'm going to go to Google Earth because I have not been to Junction City much, and I am not sure I'm really headed in the right direction. Oh wow, Junction City is almost directly south of El Dorado. A little bit to the west. Huh. uh, and where am I at? Okay, here's El Dorado right here. So, somewhere down here should be Junction City. Maybe over this way. I hope that this will lead me in the right direction. If they have Junction City in this game. Like, they don't have it on the map, obviously, because it's not a bigger city. Like El Dorado and Pine Bluff and Little Rock and all the other ones they have on the map. They kind of butcher where you... Wait, what? Oh, what am I doing? Oh. Well, the area that is really Spanish Fork, they call Provo, and those are 15 miles away from each other. Yeah. Oh, looks like I'm coming into a city here. Okay, I'm gonna slow down and see what this says. Oh no, that's just Sintetico. Or, yeah, Sintetico. Oh, okay. I cannot go there. That sucks big time. Well, I will never know. At least not until I have the Louisiana DLC. Whether they have Junction City. But now in real life, there's a part of Junction City that's, well, let's say half of Junction City that's in Arkansas and half that's in Louisiana. Um, in a way, yes, but not in this direction. So I do not live. Oh yeah, it does get hot and humid over here, but I do not live in Junction City. I'll tell you this much: the area that I live in is cut out in this game because I guess because they're just not very significant. Like they have Crossit on here, but that's it would be merged in with El Dorado because see, Crossit is only to the west. No, sorry, to the east of El Dorado. Some train simulators do. Okay, your hometown. Yeah, both my birth town and my hometown are cut out. But I'll put it this way, the southern part of the county I live in is still intact. Now, my question to myself is, why in the world am I heading toward Crossit? Oh. Okay. What really gets this area right is Flight Sim 2020. Yeah. And I don't think this is the way that I would normally go to Crossit. But then again, this is going between El Dorado and Crossit. Oh, hold up. That's the that might be the Georgia Pacific, or where would normally be the Georgia Pacific, where in real life the Georgia Pacific plant of Crossit would be. No, I'm in free roam right now. This is just free roam. I guess I've asked you this before, but I don't remember. Have you been to Arkansas before? In real life? Never. Yeah. I have been to 19 states, and the vast majority of them have been in the eastern half of the country. In fact, the furthest two west ones that the two that I've been to that's furthest west are Texas and Oklahoma. Excuse me. You've been through Louisiana on train, but that's the closest. What part of Louisiana did you go through? If you don't mind me asking. Well, the Amtrak line through New Orleans. I have never been to that part of Louisiana. I am gonna have to... Oh, you went from Los Angeles to Florida. Okay. So you've been a really good part of the southern part, anyway, of the country. Oh, that's Hamburg, so I'm north of Crossit. I don't know. I can't any trains really being so. I mean, the way I see it, it is I have seen it in real life or have otherwise set foot. Like, if I only count the countries where I've set foot, then let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, in that case, yeah, I've been to 19 states. Because the vast majority of them, I've been to in a big truck. Dad was driving, delivering stuff. You know, I'm going to turn it this way. I don't see any X's go. Oh, never mind. Yep, I do. So I have no choice but to go right there. You've been through all the western states mostly. Colorado and West. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Highway 82. I am not familiar with that highway. So you tend to drive out west in ATS, yeah. So obviously with the base game, all you get is California, Nevada, and Arizona, and then Solar, who is a regular in this chat, gifted me the Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico DLCs. I guess I better go up here to turn on Highway 65. And of course, the reason that I did want the Arkansas DLC to begin with, just to see how accurate they made it, and it is very accurate with what they have in there. Of course, obviously, there's some brands that they can't clear, or that they didn't clear, and all that stuff. So they used placeholder names, or whatever you want to call them. Oh, 65. So that's too bad your times. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. Like, I mean, if I went through there on stream and said, "Oh, hey, there's my hometown" or something like that, then that would likely dox me. So, probably a good thing it's not there. Like I said, it's no big deal that it's not there. It's because they're not significant enough for what this game is about. Like, yeah, there is a lumber mill or two, or maybe even three of them in my birth town, but uh, but like my hometown is so little that there isn't really any reason to put it in there in the first place. Like, yeah, it would be nice to drive through those places in the game, but honestly, that's no big deal. That's interesting. Are you far from the nearest city, like hospitals and stuff? Um, well, I will say this. The nearest city that they have on here to me is El Dorado, and it is like, I want to say like 45 miles away. Oh, that's. Oh, no, it said 55 up ahead. Actually, no, it might be more like. Uh, I don't remember exactly. You know what? It might be 45 miles. You know, let's see if. Oh, okay. So this would be the exit. Uh-oh. Okay. So here's this turnoff in Pine Bluff, and this is the direction we would go to go home. I will say that. But let me pull over here for a moment. Okay, so you see how that sign says Morro Bay and El Dorado. They actually changed. See, not only did they take out places, but they changed that sign to reflect those changes. So, one of those towns is. No, the closest. The closest real city to me in this game is El Dorado. Like, in terms of what's in the game, but yeah. Or are you concerned like real city, as in like El Dorado is not or something. Well, anyway, so you see that it says Morro Bay instead of. So typically, when you go out of Pine Bluff, instead of Morro Bay, which I don't think that there's any sign except in my county that says Morro Bay. Typically, when you're going out of Pine Bluff, you would see signs for Warren. And that is my birth town. But they cut that out, as well as my hometown. I had my cruise set at 61 instead of 60. There we go. Yep, Highway 63 is the right place. Or is the right road. Yeah, I am mostly, like, the places that I am mostly familiar with are as far north as Little Rock and as far south as El Dorado. Excuse me, in terms of what they actually have on the map here. See, now I go through here, and that right there is actually a turnoff to Morro Bay State Park. See, they cut out a city and a tiny town in between there. And here's the Ouachita River Bridge, which goes between Bradley and Union counties. And by the way, we actually went to El Dorado earlier today. Yes, Arkansas, the vast majority of Arkansas is indeed rural, especially when you go down to the south part. But yeah, they also skip Old Union, which is another little town. But yeah, we actually went to El Dorado earlier today. Had to get some stuff. Okay. A lot of times... So, today it was a different case where we actually... stopped at the gas station in our hometown to get something to drink. But a lot of times when we go to El Dorado, and I'm just going to stop here. The mirror's in the way. Hold on. Okay, a lot of times when we go to El Dorado and we're starting to come back home, we'll stop by this gas station to get something to drink, and oftentimes I'll also get me a pack of Reese's Sticks or something. And by the way, in real life, this is an Exxon or Mobil. It's a Mobil. gas station. But again, this is one of those cases where the developers didn't clear the rights for the brand. I actually don't know because I don't have the real names mod. Where do I get the real names mod? Or better yet, I'm gonna have it saved there and quit the game for now. Okay, for a second I was thinking that the stream might have froze. And the computer's acting up. Okay. Does the stream keep freezing every few seconds, or is it just my computer acting up? My OBS acting up? Okay, my OBS is acting up then. And, well, technically so is my computer because I can, you know, give me a minute. I'm going to turn that off for a moment. That's what my computer sounds like. If you can hear that. Normally, it doesn't do that unless it is during a session of heavy gaming. Which, of course, American Truck Sim is graphically, is graphic demanding. I'm going to bring this over here for now. Okay, the Steam Workshop. Okay, figures. Library, American Truck Simulator Workshop. Real names. Alright. Okay, it is updating it right now. I don't know if the Real Names mod, or the people that worked on the Real Names mod actually looked at all of the places that are available in every DLC, but if they did, that would be amazing. Okay. They still put H&M in small towns. Alright, let's see if they did it. Well, this is still an Aeron. Or do you have to apply the mods after getting that? Oh, I see. So there is a road you turn down there, but you have to, but there's in real life there's also a parking lot or something before that road with what looks like warehouses or storage houses. before that road. Is where would you activate the mods? I don't know. Ah, mods. Okay. Double click. Got it. Now let's see what difference it makes. Hold up. That looks like the chevron colors. I don't remember this place ever being a chevron. Huh. Okay, what's over here? Midas. Oh, they don't even have. So that means that they don't even have a place over here that's uh Subway and DeLuca's Pizza. There is a place over here that I don't remember if that Midas is still there or if it's something else now. Yeah, they have this place as a chevron. That's not accurate. Alright, what about this bank? Wells Fargo, that's not... Well, I guess this place could have been a Wells Fargo at one point, but it's definitely not now. Well, I guess this is based on old ones. Huh. Oh, you realize that we met through Espresso, right? I didn't mean for that to come off as rude or anything. It's just funny to me. Train. Yep, that is correct. We also know a person I'm planning on reading out to here in just a few minutes through his stream as well. What street is this? Not the street that I wish I could go down, but they blocked off. No, not Sonic Class Riot. So that road you see over there that is yellow, so they will let me go down the south part of this road, but not the north part. Let me make sure that's... Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna have to get over here because I cannot go right. That road right there with the X's, that is my favorite road to go to in El Dorado because that's where the Goodwill is, and I like to search for... I like to go over there and shop for records. But they won't let me go down the north part of... Oh, whoops. They won't let me go down the north side, but they'll let me go down the south side. Probably because there's a few things over here. Now, I am not very familiar with this part of town. Alright. I am going to go ahead and quit because it is already 8:40. I could go on until 10 o'clock. I have even went on until 11 o'clock before because I just wanted to get through Portal and Portal 2 in the one stream, which I did that one Sunday night a few months ago. Or it might have been last month. I don't remember. But here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yep. Okay. For those who are not subscribed, copy this message. For those who are subscribed, copy this message. And for those who are under the age of 18, please leave the raid now. And until next time, see y'all.